Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday Night SmackDown, where it is the fallout after SummerSlam Premium Live event as we're now building up towards King of the Ring. We'll crown not only the new King of the Ring this year, but also a new World Heavyweight Champion. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. This is WWE 2K26. Universe Mode episode 92. This is Thursday Night SmackDown right here on KO Productions as we come to you live tonight from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Let's not waste any further time and get straight into the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. And tonight we're kicking things off with the King of the Ring tournament first round matchup on the SmackDown brand. Of course, fought over for the world title as well.
Making his way to the ring from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 285 pounds,
Drew
Scottish Warrior,
McIntyre coming up short against Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam in a pursuit to try and claim the United States Championship. He couldn't do it, but he's getting another opportunity tonight in the King of the Ring tournament. Of course, the former Universal Champion then turned into the WWE Champion of 278 days. McIntyre tonight wants to win World Heavyweight Championship of Monday Night Raw. Of course, that championship has been fought over in the King of the Ring tournament this year. It is not for an opportunity at the World title at the Royal Rumble this time around. It is for the World title of Monday Night Raw, featuring 8 Raw stars and 8 SmackDown stars going forward, because the Ring General Al Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion, suffered an injury in the main event of SummerSlam Sunday, must vacate his World Championship. He has done so, and in 4 weeks' time in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in Riyadh at King of the Ring, we will crown a new World Heavyweight Champion. If that star is a SmackDown competitor like a Drew McIntyre, they will be going to Monday Night Raw full time to serve as Raw's top champion with a world title around their waist. Can McIntyre get back on track? He's been going through a little bit of a dry spell as of late, losing out big match after big match. Of course, we mentioned has lost to Jacob Fatu with his only 5th loss. His 5th opponent that has pinned or submitted him in this series. 6th overall, as he lost twice to Seth freaking Rollins. But he's lost to Seth, he's lost to Roman, he's lost to AJ, he's lost to Cody, and now he's lost to Jacob Fatu, who does not want to make it 6 in a row, because here comes an opponent, former Raw superstar, now a part of SmackDown due to the superstar shake-up that came with it after a big win at SummerSlam over the glorious Bobby Roode. It is Limitless Keith Lee as the crowd tonight basking in his glory.
weighing in at 340 pounds, Keith Lee.
LA Knight and Braun Breaker already got through their first round matches this past Monday night on Raw. Let's see who will join them on the SmackDown side of things. It's Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee. Going to be a big boy battle to kick it off on SmackDown. We're back live in the blue brand. This one-year opening contest about to begin. Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, first round. And the King of the Ring tournament is McIntyre. Bell has been run charging at Lee, but Lee's barely feeling it. And now here we go. It's Adrian Butler, your SmackDown official. A sign the news for your opening contest tonight between newly acquainted Keith Lee of SmackDown taking on Drew McIntyre, the former champion. Lee, of course, former NXT champion, the inaugural one, in fact, over on the black and gold brand last series. Now, of course, a part of SmackDown after being traded over from Raw after his win over Bobby Roode at SummerSlam. McIntyre coming over a loss at SummerSlam. What a big win back. That's a big opponent. He's going to be in there just like an opponent at SummerSlam, which was Jacob Fatu, where McIntyre couldn't beat him. But this past Monday night on Raw, LA Knight with a victory over Bobby Roode, just like he did so in the main event of WrestleMania Saturday last season. And then Braun Breaker getting his win back against Randy Orton from SummerSlam after Randy defeated Breaker. And the biggest party of the summer on SummerSlam Sunday this past week. Breaker getting his win back and advancing in the next round of the King of the Ring tournament. Knight will face the winner of CM Punk and Sami Zayn next week on Raw, whereas Breaker faces the winner of the winner of AJ Styles and Aleister Black and out McIntyre. The big time gut wrench powerbomb and a kick out at 1 by Keith Lee. The winner of this will face the winner of John Cena versus Logan Paul, which is going up next week on SmackDown. That's right, both superstars are part of Raw, now a part of SmackDown due to this Superstar Shake-Up. The main event tonight, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, first time ever both remaining on SmackDown. One of them, though, go to advance into the next round of the King of the Ring tournament after both suffering major losses this past weekend at SummerSlam. Reigns losing to Punk, Joe losing to Cody Rhodes. Let's look at Keith Lee here. Lee with a big time body slam out of the corner on a Drew McIntyre. This Lee gonna pick him up, the winner of that main event now tonight. We'll face the winner of Seth Rollins and Adam Cole going down next week on SmackDown. So much action in the King of the Ring tournament, of course, much more prestigious now as it's fought over. The World Heavyweight Championship is Lee. Look at that. Double jump moonsault and a cover and a kick out. Immediately by McIntyre, but Lee gonna clothesline him right back down the sides. Lee has got momentum on his side ever since his win at SummerSlam. Now Lee with a rope moonsault on a McIntyre, hooking the leg. Shoulders down, Adrian Butler right there, scoring 2, and McIntyre gonna kick out. Lee almost had the matchup one right there and then, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not to be just yet. Roping contest here tonight on SmackDown in Hershey, Pennsylvania continues. McIntyre running in, neck breaker to Keith Lee, and are going to send him in a corner, now stomp away. McIntyre is pissed after suffering his 6th pinfall defeat at SummerSlam. Doesn't want to make it a 7th, doesn't want to make Lee the 6th man to beat McIntyre in this entire series, including last season as well. And look at the strength of the Scottish Warrior. Overhead belly to belly and a 340-pound opponent. But Lee moving on the way, that stomping at Lee, running right through McIntyre like a freight train that time. It was Keith Lee picks him up. Oh no, McIntyre going to counter him. McIntyre just going to drop Lee back down the sides with a headbutt. The stomp moving out of the way. Lee, once again, a major clothesline. But again, the stomp. Again, McIntyre to his feet. McIntyre with a Glasgow kiss. The headbutt, the cover, the hook, the leg. Shoulders down on advance. And a King of the Ring tournament kick out. McIntyre want to go to the quarterfinals with Lee. Going to power out at 2 that time. Now it's Drew all in a power. My goodness, McIntyre just throwing Lee around like he's a damn cruiserweight. But he's anything but it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Lee now rolling out, trying to catch a breathe on the outside, but McIntyre just going to send him right to the floor. Sending Lee packing and Drew now looking to fly here. Toe break out here with a 285-pound Scotsman. Unreal sings tonight as McIntyre doing his best and flies. Look at Lee. On the outside of the ring now, got him by the head, the claw, the slam. Lee powering McIntyre down to the canvas now. And both these men gonna do big time maneuvers as Keith Lee takes flight that time. Rope assisted to become hero. It's said that you can do, I can do better mentality. But I Keith Lee tonight. Lee now picks McIntyre up to a vertical base, gonna send him back into the ring here. As he's slowly but surely getting to his feet. We're seeing Keith Lee here though. Looking to fly. Yeah, in the corkscrew. Crossbody taking down McIntyre, but also taking down the official. Adrian Butler's McIntyre over the clothesline on the outside. McIntyre. Clotheslines laid on the floor. If this was a Royal Rumble, Lee would have just been eliminated from it. But now it's McIntyre. Get back to his feet. But wait a minute, Keith Lee. We're going to try and cheat. Kendo stick in hand. Not like Keith Lee at all. The crowd won't be basking in that. If Keith Lee attacks him with a kendo stick, Adrian Butler to his feet, getting rid of the stick. And then McIntyre, top rope leg, strong right on the floor of the limitless one, the cover to advance. And the King of the Ring tournament, hooks leg, shoulders down, the 2 count and a kick out by the Limitless Lee. McIntyre's pissed. McIntyre going to keep his foot in the gas pedal. That's exactly what he's going to do. The leg drop connecting. The moves out of the way, and Lee to his feet, out the bag, one arm spine buster to McIntyre. Drew somehow get it back to his feet, however, with a body shot by Lee, and a Lee picking up the semi-beat Bobby with a SummerSlam this past weekend, a big bang catastrophe cover, turning all into the next round, and McIntyre gonna power out of it. Oh man, what action! There is no rest for the weary, no rest for the wicked as these two having bangers at SummerSlam. The put on a show tonight in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. fight over the world title, cover off the splash from Lena 2 count, but a very close call as McIntyre's going to kick out of it. Keith Lee almost walking out with a victory over Drew McIntyre and almost advancing into the quarterfinal stages of the King of the Ring tournament. Shoulder tackle, moving out of the way, McIntyre off the ropes and a Claymore, catching Lee right in the jaw and the nose cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring out of the fans, and a kick out by Keith Lee as this one continues. We're back live on SmackDown. What action as it's been a back and forth battle in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Keith Lee, well, they pounds against the ropes on a Drew the cover. Hook the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 to advance, and McIntyre's gonna kick out. Well, a back and forth match as it saw Drew McIntyre take control throughout the break. Or take control before the break, excuse me, but then Lee take control throughout it. Hit him with that punch, but now it's McIntyre fading back. Future shock DDT, the cover to advance. Scoring 2. They go to the next round and Keith kicks out again. Oh, McIntyre is absolutely furious, absolutely pissed. And they're going to bring Keith Lee out of the corner from a seat of possession the hard way that time. Keith Lee could be out of it. Is Drew McIntyre going to get rid of the turnbuckle pad? McIntyre looking at, she's something here. It's Drew. Goes out of the ring. Gonna retrieve that kendo stick that time. Kendo stick in hand, but wait a minute. Keith Lee gonna pick Drew up. And then the spirit bomb. The official tournament turnbuckle pad though. But Lee's covering would have been 1. There's 2. 3. Would have won the match. 4. 5. And a kick out by McIntyre. Lee went out of 5 count. Almost would have beat Drew twice. He almost picked up a victory against Keith Lee, almost being the 7th man a pin. Drew McIntyre, but the official has back turned. Drew with a great game plan, dropped him with a little Glasgow kiss and a second Claymore. Drew into the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 to advance. He does. McIntyre's going to the next round of the King of the Ring tournament with a much needed one tonight in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, McIntyre, getting a big win back after a loss at SummerSlam. Go to the next round of King of the Ring. Clearly a favourite. Should take a look at the SmackDown brackets. McIntyre, the first man to qualify in the next round. He'll face the winner, as mentioned, of John Cena and Logan Paul next week on SmackDown. Meanwhile, your main event tonight, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, the winner of that, faces the winner of Seth Rollins and Adam Cole next week in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Just see the graphic. Reigns and Joe, first time ever, both with losses at SummerSlam, want to get big wins back. That's coming up later on tonight. Also coming your way, tag team action later on tonight. The Street Profits, the Undisputed Era, the 2 new teams of SmackDown, courtesy of the Superstar Shakeups, as those 2 teams collide tonight. Any number 1 contenders, WWE World Tag Title encounter later on. But we're back live on SmackDown. It's time for some women's action, as we're going to see a women's triple threat match featuring 3 of SmackDown's newest acquisitions, courtesy of the Superstar Shake-Up. And out in the ring right now, AJ Lee from Monday Night Raw now, a part of SmackDown. This matchup going to determine the next contender for Jade Cargill's WWE Women's Championship. The winner facing Jade for the title a few weeks away on SmackDown before King of the Ring Premium live events. But here comes the second competitor, a woman very well known as SmackDown, especially in the early stages of last season, where she was a 3-time WWE Women's Champion on this brand. That's the Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka, the woman that Jade Cargill defeated for Jade to win her first WWE Women's Championship. Of course, she's a 2-time champion now. Asuka would love to run it back with Jade. If she wins this matchup featuring 3 Raw stars now coming over to SmackDown, as part of the Superstar Shake-Up, she will face Jade in a few weeks for the WWE Women's title. Of course, Cargill still the champion following SummerSlam Sunday with a great victory over Lyra Valkyria. It's going to be a fun triple threat matchup, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're back live in the blue brand as you see the 3rd and final woman a part of this matchup and a part of SmackDown now going forward. The woman who lost to Rhea Ripley on SummerSlam Saturday for the Women's World Championship of the red brand, and who failed to capture her 2nd World Championship at SummerSlam consecutively. The man, Becky Lynch, looking to try and test her luck here on SmackDown as she makes her debut here on the Blue Brand in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Never been a part of the Blue Brand as Becky, not even last season. This is the first time and she's wearing blue, so it's very fitting. But we could get Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill for the first time ever in a few weeks for the WWE Women's Championship. Or it could be AJ, it could be Asuka. You gotta imagine the champ looking on very closely as these three women now are part of SmackDown here in the WWE KO Productions Universe Mode Series. AJ, Asuka, Becky. Referee ringing the bell. It's Charles Robinson. Matchup is underway. Who is going to challenge Jade for the gold? Asuka with big strikes on a Becky Lynch. Now it's AJ Lee picking up Asuka. Gonna drop her and go after the arm of the Empress of Tomorrow, but there's a knee to the back by Becky on AJ. Now Becky turns her attention to Asuka. Those two have had a singles matchup before in this series. Becky and AJ also been a part of a triple threat before alongside Charlotte Flair, but not Asuka. So this might be interesting. Becky, of course, winning that triple threat was a Money in the Bank qualifier earlier on in the season. As AJ Kendo stick to the back of Asuka, and now the head and the knee of the man Becky Lynch. Now the leg of Asuka, midsection of Becky. AJ in control, went for another shot on Asuka. Asuka with a back elbow, she gets to her feet. Now Asuka and a cover on Becky Lynch here, shoulders down to get the opportunity. The 1 count. AJ gonna make the save. Now it's AJ. Irish whipping Asuka into a run at that time. But watch AJ Lee. There's Becky Lynch, and Becky not happy after losing at SummerSlam when I get a big win. I mean, AJ or Asuka weren't even a part of SummerSlam. Well, of course, Asuka was last season. Let's look at Becky. Tope cross body into AJ, throwing caution to the win that time. And back into the ring with a steel chair. Asuka though grabbing her the Irish whip, sending Becky off the ropes. Missing that spinning heel kick as AJ looks for something on the outside. Believes she's got a kendo stick. Asuka though back suplex to the man, but look out, Asuka! There's a kendo stick shot to the head of the Empress of Tomorrow as Becky gonna roll the outside of the ring. AJ Lee had an opportunity, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. She had an opportunity to become the inaugural Women's IC Champ at Backlash, and another shot to beat the inaugural champ. Liv Morgan for it. After failing on the first attempt, losing both tries, now a part of SmackDown, see if she can try and get a WWE title opportunity. But there's Becky with kendo stick shot after kendo stick shot on AJ Lee. And now we're going to the AJ getting away a steel chair shot to the knee by Becky Lynch. As Asuka's on the outside recovering, Becky could get a quick win here over AJ if she still wanted to. And she is beating her up repeatedly, but wait a minute, Asuka going over to her commentary desk, wanting a steel chair over over Becky, gonna launch the one she had on the face of Asuka. And now Kendo sticking on and Becky Lynch in a one-woman wrecking crew tonight, live on SmackDown. The pickup onto AJ Lee. Wait a minute, double underhook and a pedigree by Becky Lynch, busting AJ wide open. The move of a hot husband, Seth freaking Rollins, covered by Lynch, hooking the leg, shoulders down, there's two and Asuka gonna make the save. Oh, the WWE Women's Champ Jade Cargill now. Hold on a minute. There's a miss. I believe a blue miss by Asuka on the face of Becky. Completely legal. And this triple threat matchup. No disqualification, no countouts. The referee can't do nothing about it as now he checks on the submission that Asuka has cinched in on AJ. As Becky Lynch got absolutely blinded with that miss, but now she's back in the ring. We're going to take advantage once more. She hits AJ over the top of the head with a kendo stick, and now one for Asuka, breaking over the skull of her. And a cover, hook of the leg, shoulders down. Charles Robinson right there. The two getting a kick out by Asuka, the WWE Women's Champion, like we were going to mention. Jade Cargill just had her fifth successful defense against Lara Valkyria on SummerSlam Sunday. Want to make it 6, but who will be her opponent in a couple of weeks' time on SmackDown before King of the Ring? We will find out in due time as AJ catching Asuka with that Enziguri right up to the top of the head. Nice drop kick by Becky, leg drop avoided, drop kick by AJ on Asuka. Becky on the knife edge, chopping at Becky Lynch, picks up AJ, disarm her submission. Oh goodness, nowhere for Lee to go. Will she tap out here, pass out to the pain? Charles Robinson right there to see if she does. And if she will, Becky Lynch will get the opportunity to challenge Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's title. But there's Asuka making the save. And look at Asuka here. Looking to fly over way out of bounds that time is Becky. Able moving her harm's way as she went for that drop kick off the springboard. Asuka will continue to go after Becky Lynch. And a cold breaker, double knees. Asuka cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down. AJ Lee there. Before Charles Robinson can even get his hand on the mat to get a 1 count. Look at that bam right in the face of AJ. Drop kick to the knee of Becky Lynch. Becky right down. A drop kick to the back of the head. Oh, Becky isn't done. Steel chair in hand. Going after Asuka with the chin. Holy hell. And right at the back of AJ Lee. And it was Sasuke's turn to reach steel. Right at the midsection. There's a 1, 2. AJ as well. My goodness. Becky's like a shark that smells blood in the water right here. Into the cover on AJ Lee to get the opportunity in the WWE on his title. A SmackDown. AJ's gonna kick ya. The underdog in this matchup, you gotta imagine AJ Lee able to stay alive. As Becky Lynch is heading to the top rope once again. Asuka getting to her feet on the outside. Look at Becky Lee go round off the top cover. Shoulders down, penny predicament, 1 count. AJ Lee not gonna kick out because it's Asuka gonna make the save. Asuka comes in, going after Becky. Got the submission, sends in the Asuka lock arm breaker. Asuka lock arm breaker, nowhere for Becky to go here. She tapping her pass out to the painful Asuka. Have an old rivalry rekindlation with Jade Cargill and all making a save as AJ also knocking down the official inadvertently in the process. Is not the shining wizard by Lee coming to official no 1. Would have been 2. Would have been 3. She would have won the match and I kick out now. Asuka. As AJ could have the match up 1 right there and then. As she didn't accidentally knock down the official. Charles Robinson and now Becky with an electric chair drop. Down it goes Lee. Becky now the pick up on AJ. No. The chop avoided. Now AJ Black Widow. Black Widow submission. No way for Becky Lynch to go here. Charles Robinson, you gotta imagine, checking on Lynch. Will she tap out? He'll pass out to the pin. Will AJ Lee get the upset? And head to SmackDown in a couple of weeks. The challenge Cargill for a goal, but Asuka is going to come back in, make the save, and kick away the top of the head of Becky Lynch for Watch Lee from behind. Crucifix pin on Asuka. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. Nana can't get it. This one rolls on. We're back live in the blue brand from Hershey, Pennsylvania. What a battle this has been. Who will challenge Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship in a few weeks' time? It's these 3 women. Now part of SmackDown from Raw, the Superstars Jacob. Asuka put on that, have a tap it up. It's AJ making the save, and AJ going after Asuka that time. Steel chair now. Asuka right there now. And a Lutez Presto by Lee. What a battle. The champ Cargill going to be watching on closely. Here live in Hershey, Pennsylvania is Lee. Again with that steel chair on Asuka. Launching at their dome. And on a cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Becky Lynch is there before 1 making the save once more. Now watch Lee and Lynch as Lynch got her elbow drop. Lynch wanting a big win back after her loss at SummerSlam. The Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship is watch Becky that time. Running in, shoulder tackle of Asuka. Another pick up on Asuka. Asuka's going to counter it. Big forearm shot back and forth. Go Lynch. And the Empress of Tomorrow inside the ring. Lean over to be seen on the floor. Now it's Becky. Manhandle slam. Lynch. Cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. Now the kick out by Asuka. Becky Lynch so close to get an opportunity. And the WWE Women's Championship. Look at AJ Lee. Look at these shots and knife edges and kicks and spinning heels and drop kick. Down goes Lynch. She's dropped. Covered by Asuka Lee there. Take the save. And overhand shot after overhand shot on Asuka. Time and time again by the underdog of this matchup, AJ Lee. And now look at this Lee. Shining Wizard on a Lynch. Cover her. AJ Lee. To head to our destination. Now by the counter by Asuka. The kick after kick after kick. Is AJ trying to put away Asuka that time? Big counter. And it was AJ. Black Widow submission. Black Widow cinching and take that time on Asuka. And there's Becky Lynch making a save. And now it's Lynch from behind on AJ Lee. Looking for yet another disarm horn. Oh goodness. Oh, she may be out of there right here. Look at that, the disarm horn cinching it in tightly. Might tap out here, pass out to the pain. Asuka slowly getting to her feet. Will she be able to make the save off the submission? Oh, as she does. This one continuing with a contendership. And look at Asuka. Look at Asuka. And the Asuka logo Becky. Now it's Lee down and out. And will Becky tap out here, pass out to the pin. Now immediately Lynch is going to break free. What the hell she made of? This is incredible action. Becky Lynch to the forearm shot. Another counter. Nice elbow that time. Back and forth, Lynch and Asuka. Look at these combinations by the Empress of Tomorrow. It's a Gary as AJ Lee just watching the whole thing unfold. Lee with an inverted DDT that time on Asuka's Becky. Rolls to the outside of the ring. What a contendership encounter tonight. Lee now going to send Asuka into the corner. Becky out of it, nowhere to be seen. Look at Lee here. With a ropes, the sliced bread. Number 2, pinning combination cover. Shoulders down. Pinning connected 2, 3. Oh my god, she got her. Becky, too late to make the save. AJ Lee's the number 1 contender. Well, what a sudden ending that time. AJ Lee not often winning the match with a sliced bread number 2 in the corner, but doing anything it takes. Asuka was 2 out of it to kick out. Becky too late to make the save. AJ Lee the surprise win tonight. The number 1 contender for the WWE Women's Championship. She will face Jade Cargill in 3 weeks' time for the gold, right here on SmackDown. Congratulations, AJ, but still to come tonight, a mammoth main event tonight, and the main event and the King of the Ring tournament, of course. First round matchup, first time ever. Roman Reigns takes on Samoa Joe later on in Hershey, Pennsylvania. But right now, it's time for some tag team action. The 2 new tag teams here off SmackDown. Gonna collide in a number 1 contendership affair. The winners will challenge Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga at King of the Ring Premium Live event in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for their newly won World Tag Team Championships after they defeated the War Raiders at SummerSlam Sunday for the gold. But here come former World Tag Team Champions of Monday Night Raw last season, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, bringing the smoke to SmackDown.
Combined weight of 492 pounds, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
Ford and Dawkins, former World Tag Team Champions, as mentioned, won it in Saudi Arabia last season at the Night of Champions Premium Live event where they defeated FTR, ending their first reign as champions. Of course, FTR would win it back a number of months later. I believe it was 3 months later, as the Profits had about a 92-day reign as World Tag Team Champions. Looking to get an opportunity of becoming 2-time champions. Can they go to Saudi and win gold again? We find out next. They take on the Undisputed Era. Back live on SmackDown as now you see Kyle O'Reilly and the leader, of course, Adam Cole, who competes in King of the Ring next week in the first round of part of SmackDown, as the whole entire Undisputed Era now a part of the Blue Brand. Coming up short inside War Games at SummerSlam, the Kevin Owens and the Judgment Day looking to go on for more gold. As the Undisputed Era former WWE Tag Team Champions Fish and O'Reilly are for 370 days the longest reigning team, the longest reigning champion in general here in this entire series. Those 2 men were for the WWE Tag titles. Can they get a shot at the World Tag titles? Of course, it was off SmackDown last season, but now the WWE Tag titles are part of Raw this season. World Tag titles are part of SmackDown. Nonetheless, the official for this one is Mr. Dan Engler. He rings the bell. Contendership action underway. Montez Ford and Kyle O'Reilly begin proceedings. O'Reilly that took the pinfall defeat not only in the advantage one-on-one matchup between Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly heading into War Games, but also a War Games match himself with JT McDonough pinned O'Reilly after hitting him in the knee with a light tube, cracking the glass over the body of O'Reilly to get the pin and end the night for the Undisputed Era, allowing the Judgment Day to retain the tag titles and Kevin Owens to retain the Intercontinental title over on Raw. Now they're a part of SmackDown, where they really went to war last season. They were really impressive, but they really felt like home. Now they're back in the Blue Brand to see if they can restore that feeling and get a shot at the tag team gold. But Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, a very great tag team standing in their way tonight. Don't believe these 2 teams have ever faced off 2-on-2 in a regular old tag team matchup. It's the first time for everything tonight in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Dawkins tagged in, double team offense from Ford and Dawkins that time with the Profits in control in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Is loving a bit of tag made. In comes the infamous Bobby Fish. Now Fish and Dawkins, the legal superstars here for the Street Profits right here on SmackDown. Look at that, Fish. My goodness. Side Hero suplex that time. The Irish Whip gonna send Angelo Dawkins into the corner. As he's thinking, oh, big knee barrages. Knee after knee after knee by Bobby Fish. Admiring his handiwork and out, choking him out in the corner. Referee Dan Engler gonna step in here. Gonna get him off. And he does just that. Bobby Fish on fire. And Montez Ford, wait a minute, Fish is oblivious. The Montez made the tag and Ford now in, grabbing him What's Ford thinking? Body slam! Down goes Bobby. And out the corner, look at that! Oh, got him in the back with that springboard splash. Bobby Fish getting to his feet, but still got caught. But Fish back up and Fish. Dropping him that kitchen sink knee. And Fish again got the leg and a leg DDT that time. By the infamous Bobby Fish. 370 days. It all started last year at SummerSlam, where Fish and O'Reilly defeated Seth Rollins and Jon Moxley of the Shield to walk out the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Held the gold all the way until WrestleMania, where they lost it to the Motor City Machine Guns in their first Tag Team PLE matchup of last season. Of course, have been in another one at Clash in Paris, where they lost it to the Judgment Day over on Raw. Priest McDonough, of course. But right now, it's about the Undisputed Era. It's about the new tag champs, Solo and Tama. It's about the Street Profits as well. Gotta imagine Solo and Tama looking on closely to see who their first defense will be against at King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. Will it be the team that won gold in Saudi last season, or will it be the longest reigning champions this season's ever had? Forward with a tornado springboard DDT that time, and out running around, and look at that, the throwback by Tez. Cover on O'Reilly, hook of the leg, shoulders down. O'Reilly loses another big match up here, and a kick out by Kyle. Doesn't want to take the pin in 3 back-to-back performances, does O'Reilly. Of course, competing in the WWE World Cup tournament as well, eliminating JD McDonough of Ireland of the Judgment Day in the first round. Again, eliminated by Rusev of Bulgaria of Imperium as well in the second. And look at this, Montez forward kick as he springboards out, heads to the top. O'Reilly to his feet, forward cross body. I didn't get all of it, but O'Reilly Harden. Oh God, still knocked down, but knocked out Montez Ford as well. Ford for the time being, down on the canvas, but now slowly getting to his feet and now stomp, moving out the way. O'Reilly, oh, caught him that big pump kick. And O'Reilly, wise strategy, making the tag. In comes Bobby Fish, and if you guys are enjoying this WWE 2K26 Universe Mode series, make sure you leave a like for me and subscribe if you haven't already, with the notification bell turned on, so you don't miss any more of this fantastic series. We're only just getting started, folks, even though it is episode 92. We are on the fallout from the biggest party of the summer. It is now the second half of the series, you could say. Of course, the end of series awards have been posted, a few of them still to come here on the page, so keep your eye out on that, and please do vote on who you think the awards belong to. As Bobby Fish, middle rope that time, launching him with an exploder up the avalanche, shot at the corner, cover, shoulders down on forward, scoring 2. Montez gonna kick in this tag matchup, rolling on tonight. And gentlemen, if you do like this series, please do let me know in the comments below what you think of this series. If there's anything you feel like I can improve on, I am always open to hear it. I'm always open to constructive criticism. It helps me grow as a person, helps this channel grow, and helps us grow as a community. It's nonetheless back to the matter at hand here. Tez went for that big sit-out powerbomb. Fish kicking out immediately. Montez can't believe it now in the corner. Tag made. In comes Angelo Dawkins. Dawkins, what's he thinking here? Gonna pick up Bobby Fish, prop him up over the top. Roping out that, look at that. Right off the top turnbuckle, Fish been busted open, I believe. A Crimson Mask now on the infamous one, but he moved out of the way in the splash attempt from Angelo Dawkins. And now what's Fish got in 19? Oh, Fish gonna smack him. Fish again with a smack, and look at Fish. This guy is just unhinged. Going right after Dawkins, time and time again. The forearm, the jabs, the shots. Angelo Dawkins getting absolutely rocked tonight. Live in the blue brow. Look at that, the clothesline right to the back of the head. Fish is it's absolutely dominating. But there's Dawkins with an elbow there. The Fish right back on the attack, and Fish, look at that kick. That spinning, jumping heel kick that covered out the leg, and now Montez Ford making the save at 1. Fish and O'Reilly wanting an opportunity that time. The tag titles at King of the Ring. They had a WWE tag title shot at Bad Blood a couple of months ago. Wanting another shot at the other team's titles as Bobby Fish went to slide and take out Montez, but he missed, and now Dawkins released German suplex. What are the infamous Bobby Fish? And then what's Angelo thinking? The shot, another forearm. Look at Angelo Dawkins lining up Bobby Fish. Time and time again tonight. My goodness, Fish just getting absolutely lit up with these shots from Angelo Dawkins. He is happy to be a part of Thursday nights, and he's happy to keep jabbing and keep hurting Bobby Fish tonight in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Angelo Dawkins clubbing, blowing the back of Bobby Fish. And the Street Profits on fire tonight on SmackDown near New Home. But look at this, Bobby making the tag. In comes Kyle O'Reilly. Dawkins with shot after shot in the hand of the sky. High spine buster. Penny dragging his shoulders down. O'Reilly scoring to the Profits for the shot. That kick out by Kyle. Oh man, Angelo almost had it. And O'Reilly gets picked up. Dawkins, the Irish whip, sends him in the corner. Tag in comes Montez Ford, back to the original two men that started off this contest. What double team are they thinking? Here is Montez, comes in, drop kick, right in the face, and a splash right on a Kyle O'Reilly by Angelo Dawkins. Montez Ford cannon, ball sent off on the bottom row. Ford into the cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down. There's Bobby Fish making the save. Fish want to make sure that O'Reilly doesn't have another pinfall loss on his resume. Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era would not be happy about that whatsoever, but there's Bobby Fish that time. But Montez with the fly and take him out, but Fish able to duck down. Why strategy? Montez not going to be able to take him out that time. And it was Fish gonna send Tez back in a squared circle, and O'Reilly goes right after Dawkins, knocks him off, and a backstabber by Kyle on Montez. Cover him, Kyle. Man, oh man, what action here tonight on SmackDown. There's O'Reilly toe pick, Cody Lewis continues live. Oh my goodness, we're back live on the blue brand. Montez Ford, Kyle O'Reilly, still legal. Ford with that spinning splasher in the corner. O'Reilly, center of the ring, gonna get taken out. It's Montez Ford able to take advantage. Out of the corner with a block, busting the cover, the hook to the leg, shoulders down. Street Profits for the #1 contendership, and a kick out by Kyle O'Reilly. Man, get the shoulders off the canvas in an incredible fashion. Look at Kyle. Back and forth action, smash on the Montez Ford cover. Fish and O'Reilly to get the shot. There's Angelo Dawkins stomping away on O'Reilly. Breaking it up before the official Dan Engel could even get his hand on the canvas to begin his count. And O'Reilly, smart strategy, making an attack back in now. Comes Bobby Fish. The Fish stomping away on Montez Ford throughout the break. Before the break, it was Kyle O'Reilly taking out the unlegal participant Angelo Dawkins. When we got back, Montez Ford was able to take control, and Ford that time from the heavens, spinning splash in mid-air off the top, and O'Reilly makes the save at 1. Not allowing this match to come to an end just yet. What are the MFTs going to be thinking? Solo Sikoa Tamatonga, your new World Tag Team Champions, into the 275-day reign of the War Raiders as tag champs is Montez. Topic on Hilo on a Kyle O'Reilly. Tez is loving it tonight in Hershey, but it's Bobby Fish. Topic, so I see that taking on Tez Ford. Unbelievable. It's Solo and Tama ending the 275-day reign of the War Raiders, who now are a part of Monday Night Raw, setting them packing over the flagship of the red brand. Is Fish gonna send Montez into the corner tag main, and comes Kyle O'Reilly. Here comes that double team. Finishing below that 10 out the total elimination. O'Reilly, the legal man, the cover out to the leg, shoulders down, center of the ring, scoring 2. Tez kicks out. Unbelievable, Montez Ford has got the intestinal fortitude to keep on staying alive in this battle tonight on SmackDown. Unbelievable war tonight as Tez gets away with the tag. In comes Angelo Dawkins. It's O'Reilly. Too busy glowing. Let's look at that Dawkins. The pounds on a Kyle O'Reilly. And now what a jab on a Kyle. Kyle Dawkins fading back. Oh, what a big boot in that corner by O'Reilly that time. O'Reilly heads to the top. Want to put this matchup away any means necessary. The knee drop off the top and the throw. Tez knocked off the apron. O'Reilly on a cover. Undisputed Era got the shot at Solo and Tama for the World Tag. Go 2, 3. No, kick out by Dawkins. That's Street Profits are firing with the resiliency. What a tag team matchup. Tags, Fish back in. What a battle. Who's going to challenge MFT for the tag team gold? They're going to be loving this wherever they are. Watching on in the back or at home or wherever. And a family could go, who the hell knows? But Dawkins knees up off the move, saw a tip from Bobby Fish and pouncing Fish that time. And they're going to send Kyle O'Reilly off the apron, packing the floor. Dawkins picks up Fish to put this matchup away. For the Street Profits, they got a sorry for another opportunity to claim tag team gold for the second straight year in a row. Angelo Dawkins making a tag in an electric chair. Now it's Fish. And here comes Montez Ford. Tells him it's so good, and there's the blockbuster of the electric chair. Great double team combination that time. O'Reilly back up on the apron. Now knocked back down. A size by Tez, who covers on the center of the ring on Fish. Hook the leg. shoulders down, scoring 2 for the Dawkins. The Profits are going to Surrey again for tag gold opportunity.
Here are your winners, Mountain and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
Congratulations, the Street Profits. Another rough night for the Undisputed Era. They have not been doing too well this series, especially since they were the top of the tag division last season. But a great night for the Profits, now a part of SmackDown and look to become 2-time World Tag Team Champions. No less, do it again in Saudi Arabia. Congratulations going out to Ford and Dawkins tonight. Let's take a look at what's going down next week on the Blue Brand. The first round of the King of the Ring tournament continues. Both these men now a part of SmackDown going forward. John Cena in the midst of his retirement tour, one-on-one with Logan Paul. First time ever. And then also next week a matchup we've seen this series before, fought over on Raw for the Intercontinental title. 2 new SmackDown stars are getting collide next week. And the first round of the King of the Ring tournament, Adam Cole. And last year's King of the Ring, the defending champion of the King of the Ring, Seth freaking Rollins. And how about this for a main event next week? Daniel Bryan defending the gold against Mr. Money in the Bank. He's not announced a cash and he's just simply earned a shot. Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, one-on-one for the Undisputed WWE title. All that so much more next week. But up next, folks, it is now time for your main event of the evening. First round King of the Ring match. First time ever both men battling to win. After coming up with a big loss at SummerSlam this past week, it's Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And listen to this place erupt tonight in your main event. It was this past Saturday night at SummerSlam where both of these performers had big time grudge matches at SummerSlam. This man, Roman Reigns, he lost to CM Punk in one of the best matches of the entire weekend. And his opponent tonight, Samoa Joe, he lost for the Money in the Bank contract against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Both men needing a massive win back tonight. Only one can progress into the next round of the King of the Ring tournament. That's the first time ever we are getting this matchup tonight. And out with the OTC chances, the OTC himself looking to get his win back. It's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns took a couple of months hiatus, little bit of time on the shelf after Backlash, where he failed to capture the undisputed WWE Championship from the hands of the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker. After Breaker cashed in on Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania, where Roman just won the title in the main event, defeating Seth freaking Rollins. Braun would cash in his contract he won the night prior at WrestleMania Saturday's opening contest, cashing in after Sunday's main event to walk out champ, beating Reigns again at Backlash, and we hadn't seen him since until a couple of weeks before SummerSlam, where he got in the face of CM Punk. Punk now a part of Monday Night Raw, and Punk now getting the win over Roman Reigns. Reigns needing a big win back tonight. He could get it in your main event live this evening. We're back live on SmackDown as here comes the opponent of Roman Reigns. Another Joe, another Samoan one, the Samoa Joe. That's right, Samoa Joe, former world champion at 364 days last season, where they lost to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam for the Money in the Bank contract, where he wanted to be able to cash in and get another championship gold around his waist. And not to be, at least not yet, but he could go all the way in the King of the Ring tournament. That's the marquee matchup. I can very much see this matchup being into the finals, where we're getting it in the first round in the stacked bracket of the King of the Ring tournament. What a matchup this one's going to be. It's a first time ever encounter. The two Joes going to duke it out. Oh man. Well, now it is new SmackDown official. Even the referees getting traded a little bit. Is Jessica Carr now going to be a part of Raw? Meaning Daphne LaShawn has assigned the duties for your SmackDown main event. First round, King of the Ring action. Reigns and Joe tensely stare down into a collar elbow tie, but here we go. Your main event now officially underway. The winner of this facing the winner of Seth Rollins and Adam Cole next week on SmackDown, where Drew McIntyre will face the winner of John Cena and Logan Paul after Drew's win earlier on this evening against Keith Lee in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Rough night for Lee in his SmackDown debut, but McIntyre getting a big win back after coming up short at SummerSlam. But in both these men's cases, both men coming up short at SummerSlam. Reigns' first match in months. Samoa Joe been on a hot streak before the biggest party of the summer, but came up short on that night. Who is going to get the Duke in advance in the next round of King of the Ring? Who will maybe go to the King of the Ring PLE to challenge for Raw's world title, which is now the prize of this entire tournament, due to Gunther having relinquished the gold after SummerSlam. Reigns waistlock that time on Samoa Joe. Reigns going where he wants, so I'm going to just wrench away on Samoa Joe. Look at that. Now Reigns and Joe continue to jolt for position here in your main event in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Look at the strength here. Roman Reigns just talking away here now into a penny predicament. Shoulders down, the schoolboy. This could be it right here. The one count, a kick out. Hi Samoa Joe. Reigns trying to win it right off the bat, but not going to be just yet. Back into a lockup. Go him and Samoa Joe in this first time ever encounter. Two big boys locking up. Roman Reigns in trouble. Sorry, Joe in trouble. The arm wringer. Now it's Joe going to turn it around now, making Reigns be in trouble. Got that arm right up against the back of the neck. Turns it around. No Roman Reigns though. And a hammer lock on Joe. Hammer lock beautifully executed. Joe turns it around. Weird chin lock here. On our seated OTC is Daphne LaShawn, new SmackDown official, overseeing the action tonight. And your main event of the evening in this first round King of the Ring matchup. Joe, cheap shot there on the OTC. The crowd tonight more invested in Roman Reigns, I would say, than the other former world champ of 364 days. The man that terrorized the entire Raw division in the main event scene last series. Roman Reigns wanting to prove that Joe is no match for him tonight, but Joe just keeps on wrenching away at that arm in the OTC. And Reigns gonna fade out off the arm ring. And Reigns grabbing Joe. Joe with a counter, Joe with a kick, Joe with a forearm, no moving on the way. Reigns able to catch it, and Reigns, Uranagi on the Samoan submission machine, and Reigns able to get the upper hand for the time being. We're in this main event tonight in Hershey, Pennsylvania on SmackDown. What a night. It has been the Irish whip right into the corner. Holy smokes, oh look at that, Reigns. And take down, and Joe running in. Senton right in the midsection of Roman Reigns. Might have took a lot out of him, and now middle rope, and there's a senton on the Reigns. And a running one by Joe once again on the OTC. The cover by Joe to advance to the next round of King of the Ring Tournament 1. Oh, just a one. There's definitely Sean. Reigns going to continue to fight, going to continue to kick out, but he doesn't want to be there. It's Joe. Oh no! Going to start with the unlucky 13. He does this near enough every matchup where he hits the opponent with 13 consecutive power bombs that he likes to call unlucky 13, and it's very unlucky for Reigns tonight, especially considering the brutal match he had with CM Punk this past weekend at SummerSlam. There's power bomb number 4. Deadlift one as well on the OTC, and now there's number 5 on the Reigns. Oh goodness, the Reigns just going to get absolutely decimated. A powerbomb after powerbomb, not even halfway done just yet. Now we're about to get there is there's powerbomb number 7 by Joe. Notice how he went from one side of the ring all the way to the other. That's how dangerous Joe's deadlift powerbombs can be. Number 8, connecting on the Reigns. On Reigns might be out of it after this matchup. Cody suffered the same fate at SummerSlam, but somehow found a way to manage and be able to fight back and stay alive in the matchup. But Roman Reigns might not be able to, especially since he couldn't get the job done at SummerSlam against CM Punk, who will also be a part of the King of the Ring tournament. But Reigns would love nothing more than maybe go to the finals, and maybe CM Punk is now waiting on him in said finals for the World Heavyweight Championship of the King of the Ring tournament. Is there as the 13th powerbomb by Samoa Joe. Very much Joe admiring his handiwork tonight. I want to make sure that Reigns doesn't get to the finals, doesn't even get past the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. It's Joe, hands him up, face first off the top turnbuckle pad, cover, shoulders down, hook the leg and a kick out. At 2 by Reigns. Reigns ain't going to stay alive. It did take 4 GTSs to keep down the OTC at SummerSlam. Wonder what Joe's going to have to do tonight. It's Joe, look at this, out the back. So that time it's Roman Reigns. Big schoolboy set out powerbomb cover. 1 count only kick out on the Samoan submission machine. Over Reigns, look at the power. Picking up the 200 or 300 and something pounds Samoa Joe, I believe. I think he's 282 pounds nonetheless. Reigns at the corner of Reigns with a Superman punch to Joe. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, scores 2, advance, and a kick at it too. Joe with that shoulder up. And Joe gonna roll out of the ring. Why strategy? But watch Roman Reigns, he's gonna fly through a caution to the winning house G. Tope over the top by Reigns. Takes out Samoa Joe at ringside. What a battle this evening. There's no it's Reigns. Gonna sit him out and get him with a big boot right in the skull of Samoa Joe. Roman Reigns, very much on fire, very much has the advantage tonight. Let's watch, oh god, Samoa Joe, wait a minute, you're a Nagi on the floor on Roman Reigns. Oh, he's certainly not got the advantage anymore. As Joe dropped him on the limited padding outside the ring. And wait a minute, Joe gonna fly here. Tope through the ropes, taking him out. And throwing caution the way with a crossbody at ringside on the Reigns. Definitely Shaw beginning to count from a scratch once more here. Count of 3. It's Reigns sent into the ring by Joe. Joe heading to the top rope. Reigns slowly but surely gonna try and get to his feet. But wait a minute, Samoa Joe too busy gloating on the top rope. Reigns trying to stop him in his tracks. And a Reigns right there. Joe falling off the top rope, but Joe catching him with a jab. Reigns now walking ahead. Joe gonna catch him. Head, but down goes the old TC back to his feet. Goes Joe. Reigns down around the canvas. And Joe with the lead draw moving out of the way. That time is Roman Reigns. Reigns with a strategy moved out of the way and catching him with a right hand. Look at the temple of Samoa Joe. Reigns grabbing him again. Oh, we've seen this before, the rolling king. Oh, shot to the back of the head. The stomp, the move out of the way, the Joe, the kick. Wait a minute. Joe, pick up the kick to the right section. You can see the cutter by Joe. Joe covers, hooks the leg, shoulders down to advance. In the next round of the King of the Ring tournament, scoring 2, the kick out by Reigns. Reigns wisely. The shoulder off the mat. Joe can't believe his eyes, and Joe with a kick to the back that time. As Reigns rolling out into the corner, Samoa Joe loving what he sees tonight. Oh, but Reigns does not want to be there. As Joe gonna plop him up on the top. Samoa Joe looking for the muscle buster, the moves, and there's so many matches from the Samoan submission machine. Muscle buster, cover, hook the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. Not a kick out by Reigns. Reigns still alive in the King of the Ring tournament, at least for now. I thought that was it, though, as Joe getting the face and definitely Sean. And now get rid of the turnbuckle pad. In the far corner, Reigns goes to his feet, runs out of spear. Oh, no, Reigns covers the leg. Shoulders down with advance. 2. Dino, kick out by Joe. Oh, man. I thought it was over. And a kick out by Samoa Joe, keeping us one alive. And Joe's head getting smacked out of the mat time by Reigns, and he stomps away. Reigns with one of the best matches this weekend against CM Punk at SummerSlam. Joe with a great effort in his own right against Cody Rhodes as well. But going to battle the next Thursday night. Like their lives depend on it. Not often do we see Reigns competing on SmackDown. I believe he's only done it maybe once or twice this series. But he's doing it tonight. And he wants to get a big win against Samoa Joe in the next stage. And the King, or the first stage rather, the King of the Ring tournament advances to the next stage as Joe booting him up against the barricade that time. Now Joe, Irish whip, sends Reigns into the ring. Joe's dominating. Joe's certainly in control. What a kick straight at the top of the head of the OTC. The stop moving away. Reigns superb but Joe cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down the way to it. Definitely Sean too busy. Tending to the turnbuckle pad. And now getting the cover here is Samoa Joe's going to kick out. Well, Joe exposed the turnbuckle pad earlier on. A few moments ago on the matchup. And now it's coming into play. Now Reigns getting rid of that turnbuckle pad. Looking to maybe do something for himself with a forearm, sends him into that same corner, and Joe with a European uppercut. On the OTC, and Joe catching him with a boot to seated Reigns in the corner. Samoa Joe grabs him, got the leg of the STFU. STFU, now John Cena upon a SmackDown. Joe would love to maybe retire him at WrestleMania and Cena's retirement tour, but he's got the STF cinched in here on Reigns. Will he tap or pass out, doing a pain in advance to the next stage of the King of the Ring tournament? Reigns, though, gonna be able to break the hold. Use his power. Now it's definitely Sean. Testing the turnbuckle pad that Reigns exposed. And then Reigns right there, the shot. Body shot by Joe. And then Joe picks him up, head to the midsection. Wait a minute. Gonna do it for a second time. Another Yokozuna cutter by Joe. This time straight on the cover. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring to advance. And the next round of kick in the leg. Reigns kicks out. Unbelievable. What a main event tonight. On Thursday Night SmackDown after SummerSlam and building up towards King of the Ring. Reigns and Joe back and forth they go. Right hand by the OTC, right hand by Joe as these men trade shots, trade blows and heavy level offense tonight. Live in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is what the crowd came to see live. These two men just battling and battering the hell out of one another for the opportunity to advance in the next round of King of the Ring. Neither of these superstars were in the King of the Ring tournament last series. Joe was World Heavyweight Champion. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns we hadn't seen since SummerSlam at that point. And look at this. Reigns and Joe continue to collide. What a jab. It's the hockey fight. Ends up in Samoa Joe's favour. Joe with forearms and shots and forearms and shots. Another turn round and a Kokita clutch. Joe's in a Kokita clutch. Oh, God. Choking the life in the OTC. He may tap out or pass out right here due to the pain. If he does, Roman Reigns will be knocked out first round in the King of the Ring tournament, and Joe will advance into the quarterfinals in the SmackDown bracket. Daphne shown right there to see if Reigns is out of it, and somehow she moves it off. Reigns is still on this one. Reigns fighting back with an elbow. What a damn match on SmackDown. What a damn week of action it is. But it's Reigns now. Muppet leaping on the guillotine. Guillotine by Roman Reigns. Guillotine by Roman Reigns. A submission of his own by the OTC. It's anything you can do. I can do better mentality. Got the legs wrapped round the massive frame of Joe. The head squeezing away. It's Reigns' arm. But Joe's able to escape. This King of the Ring first round matchup rolling on. Joe with a jab. Joe turns him round. Joe now, German suplex. He's looking for the trilogy. Turns it into a dragon suplex high angle on Reigns' head. And the straight jacket. Joe, bridging German cover, shoulders down with advance. And the next round of King of the Ring. Scoring two. He got him. No, Reigns still in it. Still in it, hang though. After SummerSlam and all. He's still hanging in there. Whenever Reigns gets sent in the corner, oh no. His second muscle buster of the match. Courtesy of Samoa Joe. Connecting, and that's it. Joe into the cover. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring two. Thanks for no. Roman Reigns kicks out. Are you serious? What a hell of a man. The referee. There's a little bit of a shot by Joe that time to the leg. Because he's so down patch for Reigns. Caught him in the nowhere. What a spear. Oh my, the Reigns. Out the corner. Joe got caught. A spear. Full by a second. And a roll and a third in the match. Out the corner. Reigns covered with advance in the King of the Ring tournament. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring two off the slow count. Reigns still winning it though. And moves on to the next round. Joe eliminated in the first round of the tournament.
Here is your winner, the OTC Roman Reigns.
Congratulations, Reigns. What a match, what a win, what a show. Thanks for joining us on Thursday Night SmackDown.